Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl Star Flames, and we're back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Ray J, Vindicated, and Kim Kardashian caught lying. Also, Kim Kardashian violated a legal agreement that she had between her and Ray J. Kris Jenner was also a part of this legal agreement. So too was Ray J's mom, Sonia Norwood. And as such, now you will understand why it is that Sonia Norwood would go off on Instagram after Kim and Kris basically said that they did not orchestrate the release of the tape. Because Sonia is saying, they're lying. They all know what went down. But what TMZ had revealed at that time was that Kim and Kris used a calculated legal tactics response which their attorney could argue and pull them out of at a later date. Now, at that time also, you guys know that Ray J had said, okay, we're going to bring in the former owner of Vivid in because he has all the details of the contract and Vivid would hand over all the details of the contract to the court. So you know that Ray J's attorney would then subpoena the former owner of Vivid for all the details, which they now have, and the court is making it available. TMZ pulled the court document and they have released it. But before TMZ did this, TMZ told us that they saw the legal agreement that Ray J and Kim had signed initially regarding the release of the tape. TMZ also told us that based on how Vivid works, Vivid does not release any tape without getting the signature of the participant as well as verifying their age. So what does that mean? We did not need any court document to know that Kim and Ray J had signed an agreement with Vivid and they both got paid. And as you guys remember, I said to you guys, I saw an interview here on YouTube with someone from Vivid. I don't remember clearly who it is, but in that interview, I'm just going to paraphrase what they're saying. It's not verbatim. It's just me paraphrasing, right? They basically said that Kim and Kris allegedly tried to get a deal for the tape without Ray J's signature. They told Kim and Kris that would be a big legal issue for the company. Every participant's signature has to be included and approved. They all have to go into a binding legal agreement, right? And as such, that's how they went back and they got Ray J's signature to release the tape. So now there's a new report out from TMZ. Now, this report is saying Kim Kardashian and Ray J read the secret $6 million settlement over silence on the tape. So basically, back in 2023, right, Kim and Ray J went back into an agreement after Ray J went off and all of that jazz and was dragging Kim and exposing everything. They gave Ray J $6 million more, exactly as Ray J said they did. And they agreed that none of them would talk about the tape going forward. But what Ray J said took place was that immediately after he signed that agreement and said none of them would talk about the tape, none of them would cast any blame, none of them would take responsibility for it, what did he see? A series on Hulu where they're painting him, the villain, once again, immediately after they went into another contractual agreement. And he was like, hold up. So you just gave me $6 million to keep quiet, but you're talking and we all had an agreement? And Ray J was like, heck no, this needs to stop. It cannot continue. And that's when Ray J was like, okay, since you're going to violate your side of the agreement, let me go ahead and follow through. And I believe that is what pissed off Ray J, and that's why Ray J was talking about it, triggering them and saying that there's a racketeering case against them, right? But if you guys remember, back in 2023, I told you guys that I could literally see there was a gag order on Ray J. If you guys remember that Jason Lee interview, and Jason Lee was asking him questions about the Kardashians, and he was dancing around the questions, and I said, yeah, they have a gag order on him. So we know Ray J is very problematic, highly mischievous, but who has been the most consistent with their story in all of this? Ray J has been the only person that has been consistent in all of this. Now, saying that to say this, yes, Ray J has been mischievous, but you know, as I've always said, Kim loved to throw rocks and she loves to hide her hands, and this is what she has been doing. Just as what Judge Mathis has said, Kim and Kris suing Ray J, it's just senseless. And I think many people are getting it now, the point of this. And I see even after this report has been released, people are still asking, so why is Ray J suing Kim? Duh, she violated the agreement and she lied on him, and she's suing him, telling a lie on him, right? Minus the racketeering part, right? Now, according to this report from TMZ, they're saying Kim Kardashian and Ray J hashed out a secret settlement in 2023 that prohibited either from dishing about their infamous X tape. And TMZ obtained a copy of the agreement. Kim and Kris submitted a deal executed by the mother-daughter duo along with Ray J and his mother, Sonia Norwood, in 2023. Now, the entire document is available, but I'm going to do the little part, right? It says confidential settlement agreement and mutual general release. The confidential settlement agreement and mutual general release agreement is made and entered into by and among Willie Ray Norwood Jr., Ray J, and Sonia Norwood individually and collectively claimants on the one hand, and Kimberly Kardashian, Kris Jenner and Kardashian Jenner Production, KJP, collectively respondents. On the other hand, with reference to the following terms, conditions, covenants, obligations, provisions, claimants, respondents are each referred to in this agreement as a party and collectively as the parties. This agreement is entered into and effective as one of the last date that it is executed by any of the parties. The effective date. They go on to show the effective date, the details of the agreement, and the deal is completely lined out wherein they are not going to talk about it, they're not going to cast any blames, and they're not going to take any responsibility for the tape. The deal was titled Confidential Settlement and Mutual Agreement. So, they're saying the parties have agreed to enter this agreement addressing all past, current, or future claims, dispute, causes of action, defenses, and alleged losses, including, without limitations, all claims and defenses arising out of or concerning the subject matter of the sex tape. The deal states Ray J agreed not to hold Hulu or Disney responsible for any claims. The Kardashian hears on Hulu, but the truth is he wasn't holding Hulu or Disney for any claims. He was holding Kim. He said, ask them to edit that portion of the video and remove your claims. He never said their claim. He asked him your claim, right? Now let's continue. They're saying a provision in the deal stated that the parties agreed not to disparage or impugn the character, reputation, integrity, honesty, business, or business practices of each other. The contract was filed as a part of an ongoing defamation lawsuit filed by Kim and Kris against Ray J over public claims he made that they were being investigated by the feds. Kim and Kris claim it's all made up. Ray J countersued, claiming Kim and Kris have spent 2 decades peddling the false story that a sex tape that Kim filmed with her former boyfriend Ray J was leaked against her will. He claimed Kim and Kris approached him in 2023 to sign an agreement barring any party from speaking about the sex tape. He said he was paid $6 million as a part of the deal, and that the deal included financial penalties if either party broke it. Ray J claims the duo broke the agreement by discussing the tape on their Hulu reality show only 1 month after the deal was finalized. So I guess from this, you guys can understand Ray J's position. Now, as I've said, with this one, as it relates to the tape, I'm rooting for Ray J with that part because he's not deserving of what they're doing to him and consistently blaming him, because we all have heard the story about the tape. And I said to you guys, Bethany Frankel went on record to share the story that has been told in Hollywood over the years of how Kris Jenner allegedly got Kim a glam squad to shoot the tape. And if Ray J was lying when he came out with the truth, why would you call him in 2023 to give him $6 million more for him to be silent? But then it was okay for you to move on and still lie on him? Yes, Ray J, get their asses. Get them and get their asses real good. And I do hope that they have to pay Ray J a pretty penny. But knowing these people, when you're cornered, they may like, okay, let's cancel our case against you. You cancel your case against us. You take, they may give Ray J his legal fees. Like, we're going to give you your legal fees and we just call it a day. I think that is what they're going to do to Ray J next. Know that it's out in the public and they're cornered. And we all know for sure now that they are liars. Kim and Kris are master manipulators, liars. It's okay for you to lie on a man for over 2 decades, but it's not okay for Ray J to lie on you for a day, but you can lie on him for over 2 decades. Honey, hypocrisy is definitely real, and this is given racism. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely given racism. But let me know what you guys think. We're gonna talk some more in the comment section. Peace.